What's good, everybody? Guy and Cakes here. In today's video is another New Balance and is another 990 V3. So with that being said, let's get into it. Let me show you guys a first look. So here we have them, guys, the New Balance 990 V3, part of the Teddy Santis 16 collection. This colorway here is known as the Navy Castle Rock colorway. However, the New Balance official color here is the Navy with Spring Tide. These officially dropped on August 25th, 2022 for a retail price of $200. So real quick, getting into the details here, the upper is primarily constructed out of that pigskin suede on the overlays, and then the underlays has that mesh material. The pigskin suede here is that dark navy color. The mesh here is that Spring Tide color. On the inside of the shoe, the sock lining has this textile feel sock lining. It does have like a rough feel to it. It's not smooth or soft. The insoles on these are in that Spring Tide color, which that color is like a light blue color, but it looks like it has a little bit of green in it, and that's why it kind of gives it that different type of shade. You do have some New Balance branding all the way to the heel part of the insole. On the front of the tongue, you have the New Balance USA branding in red. The tongue is made out of a metallic nylon material, and you do have that classic waffle or diamond shaped design here on this 990 V3. The shoes come out of the box with these light sail white laces, but they also come with another pair of laces in that dark navy color. Obviously, this is a 990 V3, so it does feature that Optima Control lace loop, which makes lacing these up pretty easily. As you come down to the toe box, you are going to find some additional suede overlays in that gray color. On the toe box here, close to the mudguard, you are going to find a small strip of reflective material. You'll also find some reflective materials on both end logos on the lateral and medial side, and then all the way to the heel part of the shoe around the heel collar where you see the Made in USA printed. You are going to find some additional reflective material, and it's also perforated. On the lateral side, on the heel counter of the shoe, you are going to find some 990 branding painted there in like a light gray color. All the way to the heel part of the shoe, underneath that reflective material, you are going to find a little bit of nubuck there. It is perforated as well. And then in the middle there, you're going to find that New Balance running logo, and it's in a red rounded edge box. Underneath the heel counter, you find the heel stabilizer, and that's in a black color. And then you find the New Balance branding in gray. The midsole and the cushioning system on the 990 V3 features both end cap and also absorb. As you can see here on the lateral side, you'll find some end cap branding here in this jewel-like design. You have a multiple color midsole here. On the heel part of the midsole, it's in a light gray color. Above that, it switches over to a nice cream color, and then from the mid panels all the way to the forefoot part of the midsole, it switches over to like a sail white color. The outsole here is rubber, and it does feature endurance. You do have some New Balance branding on the heel part of the shoe. This is a 990 V3, so it does feature a carbon fiber shank plate, and then on the forefoot part of the outsole, you had that diamond shaped design in a gray color. When it comes to sizing with the 990 V3, I highly suggest you go a half a size down from your normal true to size. So if you're someone who normally wears, like, let's say a size 10 on Nike or Adidas, I definitely suggest you go a half size down from those. And that pretty much goes across the board with pretty much any Made in USA New Balance sneaker. When it comes to comfort and feel with the 990 V3, I've said this before many times, it's definitely one of the most comfortable sneakers that I own. All day comfort here for sure. You're really not gonna have a problem with the 990 V3. The shoes come in the most recent Made in USA box here. When you open the box, you're gonna find the card that has all of the Teddy Santis 16 here, and then on the back you basically have the 99X series, and then here you have the official tag and SKU. So my final thoughts on this colorway, guys, is that New Balance is definitely known for the gray color, right? They do an amazing job when it comes to the gray colorways. It's a classic colorway for New Balance for sure. I feel like the navy colorway should also be right there with New Balance in terms of their classic colorways. You know, New Balance does an amazing job with the navy colorway and the navy suede. Really good stuff here. And one of the things that I love about this colorway is that Teddy Santis and New Balance were able to switch things up slightly just to give this colorway sort of an elevated look, not making it look just like a regular GR colorway. And to give you guys an example, here you have a 992 GR in the navy gray colorway. As you can see here, the navy is pretty much the same on both colors, maybe a slightly lighter on this 990 V3, but then when you switch up the color on the mesh, to me it just gives it a different look overall, and it makes the 990 V3 almost feel like it could potentially be a collaboration. Obviously you have this cream here on this midsole, which I love on 990 V3s. I hope that that was standard across the board. Instead of having this part of the midsole painted in gray, I think with this cream color, it just looks so good. You know, recently Kith dropped the steel blue colorway, and I put in for those, took an L there, like I'm sure a lot of us did. But having this one available and sitting there is definitely a great, you know, plan B or like a rebound type of situation, because arguably you can make the case that this one is probably better than the Kith Steel Blue. Obviously the Kith Steel Blue has its cachet, has more hype, but this colorway here is still very clean. So if you're someone like myself who took an L on the Kith and don't want to pay resale, this is definitely a great plan B option for sure. In terms of the overall materials and craftsmanship here, I pretty much have no complaints. The suede here actually feels very smooth. The pigskin suede here feels nice and soft, has a nice backstroke, doesn't feel like rough or anything like that, so that's definitely a plus. The only area where I might have a slight complaint, I'm not sure if you guys can tell there, but the diamond shaped design or the waffle design on the Teddy V3, I think it looks a little bit light compared to the classic. This is the Virgin Series 990 V3. Here you can see that diamond shape a lot better than you see it here. So that would probably be the only area where I would complain on the Teddy V3. But overall, this colorway is still very clean, super wearable. I think this colorway is super timeless as well. And you can't go wrong with this colorway overall. So if you're someone out there who's interested, I would recommend you pull the trigger for sure on these. They're sitting right now for the most part. Probably don't wait too long before these sell out. So with that being said, let me throw these bad boys on and show you guys how they look on feet. All right guys, so that's it for me. Hopefully this video brought you a detailed look of the New Balance and Teddy Santis 990 V3 in that navy with springtide colorway. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this colorway, and also just to kind of make things interesting, do you think that the Kith Steel Blue is better than this colorway? And like always guys, thank you so much for stopping by. To all the new subscribers, welcome. If you're new to the channel, you like this type of content, definitely feel free to subscribe, hit that like button as well. I'll leave a link to my Instagram page below where you guys can go check out my page as well. And that's it guys, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.